where you sit. And if you're behind the 8 ball, you may want to speed up or readjust a 5-figure to a 4-figure somewhere. Make sense? Now, this is a pretty accurate assessment. Your projected number of tours, if you're part-time, will be 144 tours to 5 figures. Is that great or what? 144 presentations will get you to your monthly 5-figure income. Isn't that great to know in advance? It doesn't matter what happens on next day or tomorrow, next week or next month, or next presentation. All I gotta do is 144 presentations over the next 18 months, and I am at the 5-figure income level. Know in advance. Knowing in advance. Knowing in advance. Here's a good part. This is not just you doing this either. It's you and your first generation. It's you and your first generation. Okay? Now, for the first year, here's a formula, because effort allocation is one problem I find with a lot of leaders. They come out, they do all the right things, they start to take off. Next thing you know, they become managers. Because now they go 5, 6, 10 distributors, and now they're spending so much time there, they forgot what got them there. So first year, 70% front line, 30% support. Okay, DLS, the online support. Again, front line means you and your first generation. Second year, opposite. 30% front line, 70% support. Only if you got 2 solid legs. In your second year, if you still don't have 2 solid legs, you continue the 70-30 plan. 70 front line. What I mean by front line is that basically yourself and your first generation building. That's what I mean by that. Okay? Too often, I see people come do so well, next thing you know, all they do after that, they become managers. They just do a presentation for the people, or they expect them to build them a check. They're the trainers, they're the hotshot, they're the stay soldier on the field. Don't become a person on the payroll. Stay distributor. So if you're part-time, 144, 18 months. If you're full-time, 240, 12 months. Now, why does it take more for the full-time in less months? Well, because there's an element of maturity your business needs to benefit from. The 18 months allows your team to grow, which builds up your check. The 12 months, your business doesn't have that much time to grow. So you need more people to make up for it. Now, here's something that people don't know, and every large organization in the world operates this way. By the way, this stuff I'm teaching you, all large organizations that Salesforce, Xerox, IBM, they all have it. That's what they go by. Here's what you got to do. The reality is when you reach your 5 figures, when you you take that number and you divide it by the number of presentations it took to get you there. In this case, as a part-time, each tour that you do makes you $69.44. Do you know how that works? You made $10,000, 144 presentations it took to get you there, 10,000 divided by 144. So if I'm doing a presentation for Mark and he doesn't join, I'll walk up to him and say, thank you so much. Why? I didn't join. I just made $69. That's how you look at business. That's how business, real estate works that way. Insurance works that way. Anything that has to do with sales works that way. You break down your total amount because not everyone's going to join. But who cares? Your goal is to make $10,000. You had to go through the negatives to get to the Positive. You have to do it. If you knew who was going to get in, you don't need to do this at all. Buy a lottery. A lot easier. Well, since we don't know, we have to go through them all. So whether they join or not is irrelevant. We know as a part-time, how many does it take to go 5 figures? 144. I know people have done it in less than 90. But I don't want to tell you stuff like this, because that doesn't mean it's you. I love to see your numbers, though. Now, here's what I'm going to offer you. I've done this once in the past. It works wonderfully. I'll make the time. You stick to this. And later on, we have a form, the weekly tracking. Every 4 months, you fax me that, and I analyze it for you. Personally. Personally. And what's amazing about this is, with this system that I created, you don't need to be on the phone to know where you're weak at. Looking at the chart, I know exactly where you're weak at. And we can address it over the phone. Just by looking at it. We'll get to that. All right. So 240 for 12 months for the full-timers. Now somebody's saying, really? Do I have to do all this? Yes! You can leave it to Beaver. See what happens. I categorize the workforce and the network marketers in 7 different categories. And some of you have been to my training for that. And if you don't, just go to the Info Central and get it. If you're not number 6 and 7, enjoy your jewelry. I want you to be successful. Now, what is considered a pre-tour presentation? The 4-minute call is changing, by the way. We're putting a new one on there by Ray Stone. And 3-way conversation with your qualified upline is good too. Qualified is the key word, right? If Mary just joined and same day she signed up Linda, but Mary's not a qualified upline. Now when you sign up, you get the upline form, right? Support form. 5 qualified uplines. Those are the ones you want to use for your 3-way calls. Now what is considered a business tour? Presentation. An online tour is available 24/7 to you. It's on the website, right? And of course, we have a live one 4 times a week. 4 times we have it. 8 o'clock Alberta, 10 o'clock Ontario time. We do it for you. Professional speakers doing it for you. Available to 24/7. Weekly public tours if it's available in your area. And in most areas there is. That's a presentation. One-on-one book tour at your home or mutual praise. Again, it's available 24/7. 2-on-1 book tour, that's you and your qualified upline. Again, at your home. Mutual praise. Thank God for Tim's. DVD or online video tour, that's coming up. We're putting together online video. Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you. Casual conversations and not tours, guys. I had this one lawyer that's a good friend, you know, he come over to the house, this is my home and my life, and you know, he decides to join. He hangs around, it's not in this business, when I was on the field. He hangs around a lot, but I don't see him bringing anybody, doing anything. So I asked him one day, I said, you know, Ali, what's going on with, you know, I never see you. I mean, you're successful, you're a lawyer, you're successful, you got a Jaguar, I mean, what's with this? He seemed to be interested in the business and in the industry. He says, well, I just don't, I'm a little bit different. I just don't want to, I do it my own way. I said, what way is that? Well, you know, I don't want to really impose on anyone, so I kind of want playing golf or whatever. I kind of throw it at them to see if they bite. I say, I don't know about you. If I want to work, get into business with someone, they better be serious. Not just throw something at me if I bite. Think about it. If you're going to invest money in a business with somebody, don't you want to be serious? Mark is a dog leash business. The best one, by the way. You want an award on that? Yes?